Our existing Social Security system for retirement is based on working-age workers to support old retirees. Americans live longer and have few children now. Old population with 65 and over has been increased. The working-age population is due to shrink, according to Google search. Then few workers support our retirees. Social Security is projected to run out or fail after 2033. Another search shows Social Security Retirement Trust Fund is projected to exhaust its reserve funds in late 2032, slightly earlier than previous estimates. Our Congress needs to act as soon as possible, or before 2033. The U.S. government spent about 21% of the federal spending on Social Security, 18% on national defense, 15% on health, and 14% on net interest. Social Security benefit payment is the largest spending. One major way is to use personal and public balances, which can change our Social Security system from working-age workers to support old retirees to let most retirees to use their Social Security taxes to support their own Social Security benefits with balances. Its public fund from different resources has another balance. Then Americans will have enough and balanced Social Security. Its shortage problem can be resolved. When one person has average yearly income $30,000, which is relatively low income, total Social Security tax can be distributed at $1,600 per month for 15 years with 3% interest rate. If interest rate is 5%, monthly benefit will be $2,778. 15 or 18 years after full retirement at 67 is good enough to 82 or 85 years old. U.S. average life expectancy was 79 in 2024. You may check this website. This table shows Social Security benefits from average income with $30,000, $60,000, or $90,000 at interest rate at 3% or 5%. When one person has average yearly income $30,000, which is relatively low income, total Social Security tax can be distributed at $1,600 per month for 15 years or $1,389 for 18 years with 3% interest rate. If interest rate is 5%, monthly benefit will be $2,778 for 15 years or $2,480 for 18 years. 15 or 18 years after full retirement at 67 is good enough to 82 or 85 years old. The table also shows most people can support their own Social Security benefits with their own Social Security taxes for such as 15 or 18 year. Maximum Social Security benefit is increased over time. Full retirement age is also increased. Full Social Security benefit at 67 is 100% currently. The 100% is reduced to 70% at age 62, 80% at 64, or 86.7% at age 65. According to average indexed monthly earnings and primary insurance amount, monthly Social Security benefit is $1,511 for yearly income $30,000, which is slightly lower than $1,600 per month with 3% interest rate from the above table. Interest rates of 3% and 5% are used, which are relatively safe as bond and interest rates. Many people have average income more than $30,000 per year. They can have more Social Security benefit payments. Most people can be responsible for their own SS benefit payments practically. Life expectancy plus 5 mean 84-year-old, which are good enough for most retirees. The 5 may be raised to 6 to 85 years old if it is not enough. After total Social Security tax with interest is paid fully, those retired people may be paid from its public fund. Federal government spent $1.35 trillion on Social Security in 2023, which was 22% of total federal budget. Its $1.15 trillion is for Social Security benefits, $150.9 billion for disability benefits, $14.127 billion for SSA operation, and $36.77 billion for others. Total Social Security tax received in 2023 was $1,233 billion. Their difference is negative 8.67%. Our key is to adjust and balance the difference. Social Security public fund may be from high incomers who pay more SS taxes and have maximum Social Security benefit payment, people who die early and leave extra Social Security taxes without child benefit, federal government, and others. Social Security Public Fund may be used to support qualified people when their SS benefits, retirement funds, savings, assets, and others are below certain poverty lines. Then, extra Social Security benefits can be paid to them to meet their needs. A budget balance rate is used to adjust available public fund to balance actual needs. Then, these payments can be adjusted slightly according to public fund capacity. When more people are responsible, Social Security Public Fund can be used to help more people with certain qualifications and requirements. Besides personal and public balances, other methods may be used to increase Social Security taxes and public fund as usable tools. 6.2% may be increased to 6.5%, which may increase Social Security tax by 4.8% and increase benefits for almost all retirees. Social Security shortage is 8.67%. If maximum wage is raised from such as $184,500 in 2026 to $200,000, its public fund can be increased by $20.8 billion. According to Google search, approximately 10.8 million individual American workers earn $200,000 per year and over. When more taxes and donations are available, additional amounts may be added into its public fund to support related benefit payments with balance. When one person passes away, his or her survived children can take father's or mother's Social Security balance to age 18. For further help, Social Services Department is needed. Maximum full Social Security benefit payments may be reduced slightly to increase Social Security Public Fund. A spouse can have own benefit or half of husband or wife's Social Security benefit, according to current regulations. Some people have more than one marriage, which are personal matter and should not push spouse benefits into Social Security Public Fund. When a person has existing and prior marriages, qualified spouse and ex-spouse with 1 and 10-year rules share the half, which is 1/3 of 100%. When nobody claims, the person can have 100%. When a person passes away, his or her survived spouse can have own benefit, 100% or 2 parts of 100%. Social Security Public Fund is used for qualified people. If non-qualified people take benefits from the public fund, qualified people will be affected to reduce their benefits and life quality. More problems will be caused. More corruptions may be produced. When a person has yearly Social Security payment and income, plus 401k, IRA, savings, assets, and others over distribution years, which is less than poverty line, he or she is qualified to apply for extra benefit from Social Security Public Fund to meet the poverty line, which may be affected slightly by budget balance rate. Then its balance can be adjusted between available public fund and actual needs. Current full retirement age is 67 years old with 100% Social Security benefit. For Social Security shortage problem, full retirement age may be raised to 68 years old, which may not affect early retirements at 62 and 63 years old. These ages and benefit percents can be calculated with one simple formula accurately at retired age with months and years. Monthly number to divide 12 and yearly number to minus 62 are used. Yearly growth rate is 5% per year. Base benefit rate is 70%. Here are 2 examples which show accurate percent numbers. From Social Security Administration website, ages and benefit percents have 3 digits, which have 0.1% difference and cause many retired people to have less Social Security payments, which may be $100 or $1,000. To use its one formula is suggested for accurate and simple calculations. For 69 to 71, yearly growth rate may be at 6%, 7%, or 8% per year. 3 related formulas can be used to match their Social Security benefit percents respectively. But the 3 years are divided into 3 separate periods at 6%, 7%, and 8% respectively, which is relatively complex. Another way is to use 6%, 7%, or 8% for the 3 years together. 8% is used currently from 100% to 108%, 116%, and 124% for the 3 years. There are 2 reasons to use 6% and 7%. One reason is to have gradual increase from 6% to 8%. Another reason is to increase Social Security public fund to overcome Social Security shortage problem. When most people are responsible for their own Social Security benefits, these percent rates can eliminate it simply. The 0.1% difference from 0.7% and 0.6% may cause less Social Security payments, about $1,008, if Social Security is at $2,800 per month. Related formulas are suggested to avoid benefit difference, 0.1%, from different months to file. Social Security benefit percents may be continuously used during transition period of time. For benefit calculations, a simple option is to use life expectancy plus, such as 5 to 84 years old, which is practical and accurate without current 72% rates and 0.1% difference. Then Social Security tax plus interests, which should be transparent, can be distributed over such as 17 years, from 67 to 84 years old, simply. These calculations are based on exact numbers. When life expectancy plus 5 are applied for retired ages, Social Security taxes plus interests may be distributed over 14 years for retired age 70 or 19 years for retired age 65. There were percents of 121.4% for 70 years old, 100% for 67, 89.5% for 65, and 77.3% for 62 years old. Life expectancy plus 5 may be modified to meet actual situations for most Social Security benefit payments. When life expectancy plus 4 are applied for full retired age 67, Social Security taxes plus interests may be distributed over 15 years for retired age 70 or 18 years for retired age 65. There are percents of 123.1% for 70 years old, 100% for 67, 88.9% for 65, and 76.2% for 62 years old. When life expectancy plus 6 are applied for full retired age 67, Social Security taxes plus interests may be distributed over 15 years for retired age 65. There are percents of 120% for 70 years old, 100% for 67, and 78.3% for 62 years old. When life expectancy plus 5 are applied for full retired age 68, Social Security taxes plus interests may be distributed over 14 years for retired age 65. There are percents of 114.3% for 70 years old, 100% for 68, 84.2% for 65, and 72.7% for 62 years old. Personal Social Security balances are presented to change our Social Security system from current working-age workers to support old retirees, to let most people to use their Social Security taxes from employees and employers to support their own benefits with balances. From the calculation table, most people can support own Social Security benefits, which is feasible and simple. Social Security public fund from different resources can have another balance. The public fund may be used to support qualified retirees when their Social Security benefit payments plus retirement funds, savings, assets, and others over distribution years are below certain poverty lines. Then extra benefits can be paid to them to meet their necessary needs. A budget balance rate, such as 97% or 102%, may be used to adjust available public fund to balance actual needs. Then Social Security shortage problem can be resolved. Current 6.2% may be increased to 6.5% if needed. Total Social Security tax may be increased by 4.8%. Benefits can be increased for almost all retirees. Other 6 methods may be used to increase Social Security taxes, benefits, and public fund. Simple formulas may be used to replace current jump rates with more accurate calculations. Life expectancy plus 5 may be used to calculate accurately and simply. If you like, we suggest you to contact your lawmakers, senators, and representatives to review this video for balancing and simplifying our Social Security system. Then our Social Security shortage problem can be resolved permanently. Our Social Security system will be self-supported and not fail in the future. You may further review our website. If you have any questions and suggestions, would you please contact us? Thank you for your watching.